some, perhaps in Moscow, as a green light to make a, quote, minor incursion into Ukraine. It was, I believe, David, the longest press conference we've ever seen by a U.S. president. That one line will perhaps get the most scrutiny.
Yes, a lot of questions about whether or not he left a window open, if albeit a tiny one. You said the longest ever, we believe, before now was 94 minutes. Former President Bill Clinton, this, of course, went much longer than that. He was pressed on his Vice President Kamala Harris. If he runs again, will she be his running mate? He said yes, and of course he told me in that sit-down interview just before Christmas that he has every intention of running again if his health holds, is what he told me. We'll have complete coverage a short time from now. We know it's just a couple of minutes before 6 o'clock. For many of you, that means your local news here in the East, followed by World News tonight. Our coverage will continue ABC News live and abcnews.com. And of course, I'll be back with the entire team just a short time from now. I'll see you then. Good day.
This has been a special report from ABC News.
I want to welcome everybody to the 5 o'clock news. Those of you who have been watching the President Biden news conference, we now switch to the KSAT news at 5. And of course, the big story, cold weather. Yeah.
Yep. Big time. Our Adam Caskey is standing by to give us all the updates, because timing is really important when it comes to this, right?
Yeah, and I think the big headline is really going to be the wind and the cold as we go through the day tomorrow. You take a look at the big picture, and actually we were well into the 70s today, kind of spring-like, 77 for a high, but that cold front is just off to the north of us. We're in the 40s and even 30s in parts of North Texas. That cold front's headed our way. Give it about 4 to 5 hours and it should be here in San Antonio, but we're still on the warm side of it. Del Rio, 83 degrees, officially 76. Right now in San Antonio, we're feeling these relatively warm temperatures. But again, this is going to be brief, short-lived. That cold front slams us around 9 p.m. Thereafter, temperatures fall pretty quickly. I mean, by 10 o'clock, we're at 53. Midnight, we're at 44. And then we'll settle in the mid-30s by tomorrow morning. Also, gusty winds. We're talking wind gusts up to about 40, 45 miles per hour overnight and to start the day tomorrow. We also have a little bit of a light wintry mix headed our way. We're going to talk more about that in detail and what the potential impacts are coming right up.
And Adam, I want to point out we have received no official confirmations of any school cancellations for tomorrow at this time, though we're expecting an update any minute. And the minute we hear something from those school districts, we'll pass them along.
The rumor mill has been rampant, hasn't it?
Yes, it has.
Yes. All right. Thank you. You know, these cold temperatures that Adam was just telling us about could really make the nights downright unpleasant.
Yeah, Garrett Berger talked with some local organizations that help the homeless about the steps they're taking to ensure San Antonians without a permanent roof over their heads can actually weather this cold.
And now he joins us live from the Corazon Day Center. And Garrett, how are the different organizations preparing for this?
Well, as Adam just pointed out, you know, the cold weather hasn't hit yet. You can tell by the rolled up sleeves. And most of the organizations we talked to, they're really expecting things to hit tomorrow. The Corazon Day Center, though, with the help of Christian Assistance Ministries, is going to be opening early, both tomorrow and Friday at 7:30 a.m. and possibly on Saturday, too. It's going to serve not only as a warming center, but a resource hub where they can advise people on which shelters are open and where to find other resources. And they are not the only ones making preparations.
The cold is coming, bringing with it risks for those without a place to stay.
We really just know that our folks, any folks who are experiencing homelessness, who are unsheltered, they are at risk of hypothermia, frostbite.
Haven for Hope's cold weather winter sleeping program allows people struggling with homelessness to have a warm place to sleep December through March without having to be part of any Haven programs. Normally, they'd open up the donation center between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m., but on Thursday night, they'll extend that, opening at 6 p.m. and letting people stay until 9 a.m. Friday morning.
Around 9 o'clock, we'll actually start transporting any folks in need over to the Corazon Day Center, where they can be inside, out of the elements.
Haven says they have capacity for up to 120 people. Now, they've never reached the maximum before, but if they do, they have cold weather kits at the ready, including sleeping bags for anybody who's over that number.
The Salvation Army shelter is already at capacity. They expect they'll stay that way through the cold weather. But once temperatures dip to about freezing, they'll have blankets to give to those they can't find a bed for. Well, they usually let people sleep in the lobby on those cold nights. it's not an option at the moment.
It is frustrating because, we want to be able to offer them something better than just, taking a blanket. But, with the COVID protocols, we don't want to take care of one problem and then create an even bigger problem.
They will, however, be out on Thursday evening with their truck, providing warm food and drinks.
Now, Corazon San Antonio also operates an emergency shelter at Travis Park Church, and they plan to open that up at least on Thursday and Friday night. Live downtown, I'm Garrett Berger, KSAT 12 News.
All right, Garrett, thank you. And now we have some breaking news. Some local school districts are now officially canceling classes tomorrow because of the weather.
Yeah, so far we have confirmed SAISD, NISD, and NEISD have no school tomorrow. They sent letters and made phone calls to parents.
Now, of course, we're monitoring announcements from other school districts. And of course, as soon as we get those updates, we will send them to you on air and online. Now, the city is going to have places for everybody to go and stay warm. They're called warming centers, and they open tomorrow at noon. And here's a list of them: the Denver Heights Community Center, the Harlandale Community Center, the Hamilton Community Center, and the Garza Community Center. Now, because of COVID, cots are going to be spaced out. Those centers are also going to give out masks if you don't have them. City leaders say that, yes, you can bring in your pets. And if you need transportation to get to any of these locations, you just call 311.
And Bexar County officials making sure those roadways outside of San Antonio city limits are well prepared for the wintry weather. 9 trucks will be out dropping chip seal rock on county roads. Crews will be working 24-hour rotation shifts, 14 people per shift. They have 265 bridges to maintain along with the roads. They also want drivers to pay attention to signs that are put up for their protection.
These signs will only be put out when crews are out there and they have identified that there is a slick and icy spot on the roadway. Don't just drive past and ignore it. These signs are out there for a reason.
The Bexar County crews plan to start working tomorrow morning along with the city, but they're on standby right now in case they're needed sooner.
As we talk about the temperatures dropping, we don't want you to forget about your furry friends. Animal Care Services is asking everybody to bring your pets inside. If you can't, ACS recommends that you make sure the shelter that you have for your pets outside has 3 solid sides, a roof, and access to warmth. And by the way, crates just don't count. ACS says that you can also bring your pets into your garage if you have one.
Definitely okay to have them inside, even if you just put the animal in a room for a day. I'd rather you be safe than sorry.
Now, anybody who violates pet laws could lose their animal. The animals could be brought to the pound. And if you need to report any violations, just call 311.
Also want to give you a heads up. Community labs suspending COVID-19 testing tomorrow in preparation for the winter weather. Testing at these locations will resume at 8 a.m. on Friday.
Now, the following places are closed. You see them right there on your screen, but we'll read them out slowly. The Alamo Colleges District Support Operations Building, also Palo Alto College, Building 20, the Yates Community Center, the Melendres Community Center, Copernicus Community Center, Converse Old City Hall, and the Wonderland of the Americas. However, you can still go to Wonderland to get your vaccine tomorrow. It's a lot of information to get through, but don't worry about it because we have it listed for you on our website, KSAT.com.
And it's not just the cold. The highly contagious Omicron variant also impacting our local school districts.
Yeah, that's exactly why the Northside ISD is reinstating its mask mandate. Dr. Brian Woods is telling KSAT, quote, given the transmissibility of the strain and the virus and the student and staff absenteeism associated with it, we will be returning to a temporary indoor mask mandate.
And he continues, the members of our board and I do not make this decision lightly, but feel that we must use this tool given the current disruption to in-person learning. The mandate driven by concerns for student and staff safety and is not motivated by the current legal battles on this issue, end quote.
Now, the mandate goes into effect tomorrow. It applies to all students, staff, and visitors while they're indoors. And as far as being outside, they don't have to wear masks, of course, when they're outside.
Yeah, let's take a look at the latest COVID-19 numbers in Bexar County today. Metro Health reporting 6,450 new cases, 5 new deaths. The 7-day moving average now 5,961. As you can see on this graph, there are 1,218 COVID patients in the hospital, 260 are in the ICU and 111 are on ventilators.
Now, here's another place for you to get a COVID test, and that is the Alamo Dome. This was actually the first full day of testing there. It's a federal site. It opened yesterday. It's also going to be open tomorrow at 7 a.m. and it closes at 5. Here's the thing, though. Leaders recommend that you make an appointment. People can get PCR tests there, but they're also telling you to be patient because right now it's taking 96 hours or 4 days to get those test results. Organizers are going to evaluate weather conditions to determine if that site is going to open on Friday.
Well, it is said to be milder, but still deadly for some people. We're talking about the Omicron variant. And as it continues to infect hundreds of thousands of people across the country, the CDC predicts another 32,000 people could die in just the next 2 weeks. That's why the Biden administration plans to distribute 400 million free N95 masks at community health centers and pharmacies across the country, starting as early as next week.
So believe it or not, we are about 1 month from the day that Lena Keel was reported missing. And here's a photo of her that you probably haven't seen. It's new. Someone took it the day that the 3-year-old disappeared from her family's apartment complex in the 9400 block of Fredericksburg Road. That was back on December 20th. So take a really good look at this picture. You can see that she's wearing jewelry in it. Anybody with information that leads police to her can get a $100,000 reward. And if you know anything about this, call SAPD. Their number is on your screen in the yellow. It's 210-207-7660.
An update now on that fire in Bastrop County, just outside of Austin. We've learned the Rolling Pines fire has now scorched 783 acres. It is currently only 30% contained. Officials with the Texas A&M Forest Service say they focused on the west and south side of the wildfire due to a shift in wind directions. As for the evacuations, residents who live northwest of Highway 21 are about to go back to their homes. Officials say no injuries have been reported, and thankfully, so far, no homes have been damaged.
Now, coming up, it has been a long battle over voting rights that would impact millions of Americans. And tonight, that battle could end. What Democrats are doing to pass a voting law. Next.
The system failed these children. That is a quote from a judge today during a hearing about the case of 2 toddlers who were found tied up and alone. This happened at a home on the southeast side a few weeks ago. One woman was arrested. Today we got an update on how those children ended up in that woman's care in the first place and what a CPS caseworker noticed the last time he checked on the kids before they were found tied up and injured. That's coming up at 6. Plus,
we are going nonstop all the time. And this virus, because it's an RNA virus like other RNA viruses, are mutating and always throwing us for curveballs at us.
And those curveballs mean time for changes. We're talking with researchers at Texas Biomed here in San Antonio about ways in which they are helping stay ahead of the COVID-19 variants by studying tweaks to the vaccines and treatments that are now available for the virus. That and more coming up on the news at 6.
Myra, thank you. Now, voting rights legislation up for debate could go one of 2 ways tonight.
Yeah, Republicans oppose the bills. Democrats trying to pass it by changing the Senate's rules, but they're also facing opposition from within their own party. ABC's Elizabeth Schulze has the latest from Washington.
In a long-shot effort that appears doomed to fail, Senate Democrats are set to hold a vote to advance voting rights legislation by changing the rules of the Senate.
If the Senate cannot protect the right to vote, protect the cornerstone of our democracy under the existing rules, then the Senate rules must be reformed.
Up for debate is legislation that would make Election Day a federal holiday, expand early and mail-in voting, and allow the Justice Department to police potential voter discrimination. Democrats say the bill is a critical response to new laws in at least 19 states, most with GOP-led legislatures. The nonpartisan Brennan Center says these laws make it harder for people to vote.
We face a coordinated and relentless campaign to limit Americans' constitutional right to vote.
With Republicans united in their opposition to the bill, Democrats are trying to pass it by changing the Senate's 60-vote requirement for this one vote only.
Once we head down that slippery slope, the legislative filibuster is gone.
Changing the filibuster rule is a move opposed by all GOP senators and at least 2 Democrats, Senators Kyrsten Sinema and Joe Manchin. That means tonight's vote is all but certain to fall short.
For those who feel that the filibuster is a good thing, isn't the protection of voting rights, the most fundamental wellspring of this democracy, more important?
Before we part ways tonight, all 100 of us will have marked our legacies in permanent ink.
Elizabeth Schulze, ABC News, Washington.
All right, 5:15 right now. We've also got breaking news. We keep learning about different school districts that are canceling school tomorrow because of the weather, of course, and that is Somerset ISD and Harlandale ISD. And Steve, that's on top of 3 other school districts that canceled.
Right. Northside, Northeast, and San Antonio Independent School Districts have also announced that they are canceling school tomorrow. So those are the 5 cancellations that we have right now into the KSAT 12 newsroom. And, you know, a lot of it is all of it in anticipation of the weather that's coming in. And so the timing, where are we right now? Who to answer that question better than Adam Caskey?
We're in the warm sector right now, baby.
Yeah.
Temperatures in the 70s, some locations in the 80s, but of course that changes very quickly with the cold front that hits in just a few hours, turning windy and cold later on this evening after sunset. Light wintry mix, intermittent, kind of sprinkled throughout the day tomorrow. Overall, a low impact event. I would even venture to say a very low impact event. I think the big headline for most folks tomorrow will be the wind and the cold that's about to hit us. So let's get right to it. This is what you can plan for. We'll jump all in. As for the wintry mix, off and on or intermittent light rain mixed in with a little bit of sleet or little ice pellets after 6 a.m. tomorrow. It's not going to hit everybody at the same time. It's going to come and go, kind of like little sprinkles do when we have a cloudy morning. Also, minimal accumulations. I think at best we could see a dusting on some of the elevated surfaces such as your deck, lawn furniture, maybe even some bushes and shrubs outside. Minimal accumulations, more of a gee whiz, ooh-ah kind of situation. The concern, of course, becomes bridges and overpasses. They're exposed to the cold air, and that, of course, could lead to minor accumulations. However, TxDOT has been out, and they've been putting the pre-treatment on the bridges and overpasses. Big headline tomorrow. Windy and cold. It's going to feel like we're close to 20 pretty much all day long. So let's get the big picture, a little bit of activity. East Texas into Louisiana, they could actually have some severe thunderstorms there. We're watching this little dip in the upper level flow over North Texas and another one near Albuquerque. The one near Albuquerque, that's the one that's going to help generate our lift and give us our precipitation making energy throughout the day tomorrow. I think especially closer to the noon hour, not necessarily at sunrise, but closer to the noon hour. So here's our futurecast. I'll take you through this very slowly. Increasing clouds tonight. This is 6 a.m. tomorrow. A little sprinkling of light rain, maybe even a wintry mix in the hill country. We get to 9 a.m. We see the coverage become a little more widespread, but again, not the kind of situation where it's going to hit everybody at the same time, and it's going to come and go across various parts of our viewing area. Just popping up, dropping, leaving. A little splash and dash, or more of a ting, ting, ting and dash, because a little bit of sleet mixed in. You'll hear that on the windows. That's the noon hour. We get to 2 o'clock. Notice a little bit of activity here and there. Again, just widely separated off and on and very light in nature with the minimal accumulations and low impact. And then by tomorrow evening, 8, 9 o'clock, it's all out of here and far, far south of our area. So let's talk about the impacts on the roadways tomorrow morning. Little to none. I really don't anticipate any issues on the roads from wintry precipitation tomorrow morning. By the noon hour, all the way through about midnight, the only concern really becomes bridges and overpasses. And one thing that's really worked in our favor, one reason we're saying that, it's just bridges and overpasses, is the warmth today, yesterday, and all the sunshine. The surface roads connected to the ground's pretty warm from the warmth and all that sunshine, and that helps us out quite a bit. So roadways, sidewalks should just be wet. At temperatures right now, we've got some 80s out there south and west of town, otherwise 70s, but tomorrow, we're in the 30s all day long. 36 at 6 a.m., 32 into the afternoon, and we hold tight there with a gusty wind, periodically up to 40 miles per hour tonight and to start tomorrow. So get ready for that feels like temperature down right near 20 pretty much all day tomorrow. We look look ahead. Friday afternoon, we're in the upper 40s. By the weekend, lower 50s for highs, but a freeze again next few mornings.
Yeah, that temperature and that wind, you're going to feel it when you're outside
definitely going to feel it. Yeah, I'm just going to say this as somebody who lived in the Northeast for a long time. Just keep your masks on, because trust me, that does help.
It does help.
Because your face, your skin definitely hurts when it's like that. All right, let's go out live to our friend Greg Simmons, who is live at the AT&T Center. All right, Greg, so tell us, the Spurs just did something. They're the first team to really make a trade official right before the deadline, right?
Yeah, the deadline's still a couple of weeks away, but at the same time, they were guard heavy, so they sent Bryn Forbes away. We'll let you know where he lands. Also, turn around, we see Trey Jones behind us, so he's back. So that means the Spurs are back at full strength. And also, when we come back, Dak apologizes coming up. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome live to the AT&T Center, where the Spurs are hoping for just their second win in their 7-game homestand when they play host to the Oklahoma City Thunder tonight. But first, bigger news. The Spurs have traded away guard Bryn Forbes to the Denver Nuggets, what amounts to be a 3-team deal that includes Boston. In exchange, the Spurs will receive power forward Juancho Hernan-Gomez from the Celtics, whose contract is not guaranteed after this year. Denver's protected 2028 second-round draft pick and $2.35 million. Forbes re-signed with the Spurs during the offseason on a 2-year deal after spending 1 year with the Milwaukee Bucks, where he won his first NBA championship. Here's a look at the complete trade. The Spurs receiving Hernan-Gomez, the protected pick, $2.35 million. Nuggets receiving Forbes, and the Celtics receiving Bol Bol, the son of Manu Bol, and point guard P.J. Dozier. Both are injured.
I've been in my fair share of trades throughout my career, so I kind of know how this works. You know, it's just part of the business. I know people say that all the time, but at the end of the day, we're still getting paid to play basketball, the game we love. Regardless of what team you're on, it's a blessing.
All right, Spurs only been able to win one game during the 7-game homestand. That was last Saturday against the Clippers. Now they have an excellent opportunity to add to that another when they host the Oklahoma City Thunder. Both teams are 2-8 in the last 10 games, with the Thunder sitting at 14th position in the Western Conference, only 14 wins. Spurs with 12 with only 16 wins. That's why this is a must-win for the Spurs tonight to try and reach a play-in position. Here's a matchup tonight. Highlights for you tonight on the Night Beat.
Pro football coverage, powered by Davis Law Firm.
Both Cowboys offensive coordinator Kellen Moore and defensive coordinator Dan Quinn have interviewed for the vacant head coaching position at Denver. That happened on Tuesday. This is the first head coaching interview that we know of for Dan Quinn, that we also expect him to interview with both the Vikings and Dolphins. This is the second for Moore, who interviewed virtually with Jacksonville. And as we told you first on the Night Beat last night, Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott has apologized for what he said following the 23-17 loss to the 49ers, the first round of the playoffs. I deeply regret the comments I made regarding the officials on Sunday. I was caught up in the emotion of a disappointing loss, and my words were uncalled for and unfair. We're still waiting to see if the NFL finds him. And just to update you again, Trey Jones is available tonight. First time the Spurs have been back together again as a team since January the 5th. We'll be back with more after this.
All right, so just a reminder here that there are 5 schools that have so far canceled classes for tomorrow because of the weather. They are SAISD, Northside ISD, Northeast ISD, Harlandale ISD, and Somerset ISD. And the classes are expected to resume on Friday.
Yeah, we're monitoring other districts. We'll let you know updates as soon as they come in. See you at 6.